What's happening? I'm Spleenathon, and today we're playing a game called Pineapple on Pizza. Oh, it's a 3D game. Huh. So pineapples used to be a delicacy that only the wealthiest people could own. But then one guy was like, dude, we can start growing pineapples in Hawaii, and that's what they did. They've stopped doing their everyday work. This is like a little yoga class here. It's crazy just to get out and do some dancing, and quite frankly, it's happy. We have El Volcan. There's a turtle. We got the turtle achievement. All right. It's a limbo contest. That's so cool. What are these kids doing? They're hopping around these seats. This is crazy, unruly behavior. Can't be doing this. Not a day in my life. So I think now is as good a time as any to tell you about my experience with Hawaii. I went on a nice vacation to Hawaii for spring break. I had fun, but there were some minor inconveniences. So on the night that we were flying down, Delta Airlines just canceled on us. They're like, it's okay, we're just gonna delay your first leg of your flight all the way to Hawaii by like 12 hours. And we're like, that does not work. Our connection is long. We had like a 4-hour layover, but it isn't that long. So my parents frantically booked what they could, and we got a nice United flight to Hawaii. So then on the second day of the trip, I noticed my left eye was starting to like bulge a bit, and whenever I closed it and I like moved my eye around or whatever, it hurt. It hurt to do any of those things. It hurt to move my eye inside my head like this, so I had to do this just so I wouldn't move my eye. It was a little painful. So I had a sty, as my mom diagnosed, which is like a pimple inside underneath your eyelid. In my sleep that night, they all drained out just fine. So that day we went to the pool at the hotel, we did some nice relaxing, and then we went to a luau. Now, while at the luau, I will say I had fun. I got to indulge in some of the nice Hawaiian culture there. I did a Hawaiian dance, and I got to consume a nice Hawaiian delicacy, poi, which is like yogurt. It tastes almost like water, but for me the texture was a little bit sickening, and that was common among American tourists. Along with the poi, they served us something to consume the poi with, and that was some raw fish. I'm gonna not defame the luau I went to. It was likely the result of my younger sister getting a stomach infection earlier that week, but I think there's a decent chance I got a little bit of food poisoning from the sheer amount of raw fish I ate. It's safe to say the next morning when I woke up, I was a little bit ill. But you know, if there's anything you want to do when you're sick, it's definitely go on a helicopter ride. So my family had already booked a helicopter ride, but it was entertaining. At the very least, I got good sight. My 2 siblings and me, none of us got sick on that helicopter ride, and we were the most at risk of it. Instead, a random guy in the back row of the helicopter got sick. I feel bad for him. We went on a catamaran tour for some snorkeling. When we went snorkeling, we saw some incredibly mystical creatures. Like, I saw a stingray, I saw 2 sea turtles. Most impressively, we saw an eel. Now, the eel was just chilling underneath a rock behind it. It was fine. And then, of a sudden, it just escaped its hole and started crawling. And believe me when I say I ditched that place. To have the fish swarming me, like those fish have better social skills than the average high schooler, because they were just like surrounding all the people. It was a very welcoming experience, and I was kind of like scrunching up in position when I was in the water, because I didn't want to hit a fish that could really injure it or something. So then on our last day on the trip, we had already checked out of the hotel and everything, so we were going to stay on the road for the entire day. We started off by going to an aquarium. The Maui Aquarium is quite impeccable, I'll be honest. We went to go get some ice cream. We'd already known that my stomach was feeling somewhat upset, so getting ice cream on top of that was not helping. So I was like, I go into the ice cream store again after getting the ice cream. I'm like, do you have a bathroom? And there's obviously no bathroom in there. It's a tiny little ice cream store. And I'm like, fine. So then I go into the T-Mobile next door. And I'm like, hey, can I use the bathroom? And there must have been enough desperation in my eyes where they're like, yeah, sure. So then after that, we went to a supermarket where we were buying some stuff. And I'm like, I don't feel so good. And it was probably the result of the ice cream on top of being a little bit upset to the stomach. And so we had to buy me some anti-diarrheal medicine. Now, that won't be important until later. After that, we go to get dinner. Now, I'm not feeling hungry. My stomach doesn't feel like it can take any food, but my family needs dinner, and I can respect that. But while we go there, we notice there's a little something on the TV, and it's a mixed martial arts fight. When we entered and that fight began, the entire restaurant came to a halt. I mean, every single TV in that restaurant was on the same channel. But the problem is, because everyone was so fixated on this one huge mixed martial arts fight, the service had completely stopped. Matter of fact, the servers sat down at the tables next to people they hadn't even met in their lives just to watch this fight. But fortunately, our saint and the winner of the fight, Israel Adesanya, won in the second or first round by knockout. It was crazy to watch. Everyone in there was overjoyed, except for 2 people who left within like a minute. And then there were tables open for us. Matter of fact, the second that fight ended, half the restaurant cleared out. And so, since the sports bar was now open, we were able to get our food. And I guess my family ordered some stuff. As I said before, I did not eat anything. After that, we headed over to the airport. The Maui International Airport, modest, to say the least. It's not trying to indulge on useless, unnecessary features. And that's why the roof is made of simple stones. But while I was at the Maui International Airport, I decided, well, this anti-diarrheal medicine is gonna go to waste. So if I'm feeling it, I might just want a little more. And then I had a little more. I think I needed 15 milliliters, and I had 30 milliliters. I had just overdosed on anti-diarrheal medicine, which had the exact terrible effect you'd expect to have on me. It's kind of like putting a piece of duct tape on your butt. It does not do anything for the pressure. Like, believe me when I say, my intestines felt like they were about to burst. We get on the plane, and we make our first flight back to Seattle. After landing in Seattle, it's chill, we're chill, but we have a 7-hour layover, and we are not about to get the sleep we need to get back to Kentucky time. So my mom has the idea, she's like, okay, let's just get a hotel tonight. So then we get a hotel room, and we just sleep there for a couple hours, and it was some very, very good, well-needed sleep to get back to Kentucky time. While at the Seattle airport, we got some smash burger. Absolutely recommend it. It was some delicious stuff. We then flew back to the Cincinnati International Airport. Shout out to Kentucky for getting the Cincinnati Airport in Covington, Kentucky. Like, bro, it's clickbait, but hey, in my opinion, that sounds like Kentucky won over Ohio. I have searched this island long and hard. I've concluded the main feature on the island, this little volcano, El Volcan, may be the solution to all my misery. I can't see anything else to do, so goodbye, cruel world. Oh, I have effectively burned. Actually, I believe the volcano level is rising. Never mind. Okay, hey, people, you might not have noticed, but there's lava pouring. How about we head for the hills and get out of here? This is a nice temple, but what's it gonna do against that much lava pouring? Hey, tell me you guys are like making a move and not hanging around near the... They're standing in the lava! What is this? This is a horrific sight. Oh my gosh, this is like the second coming of Pompeii. Mount Vesuvius erupts again! Okay. I may want to avert my eyes. That is just terrible. Let's just ooh, I feel bad for the poor victims. Let's just turn the volume down a little though. Oh my gosh! Oh no. Hey, dancers. You see that, right? You're looking right at it. You are looking right at this. And you're gonna keep dancing just like that. Y'all are idiots. You're doing the limbo. You are still doing the limbo. Get off this island. I insist that you get off the... Okay, you know what? Can I... Sailboat. Oh, people are hopping on the sailboat. Yeah. Are you gonna push this with me? Yes, you are. All right. Okay, now the entire convention center is clearing up. Oh my gosh. All right. So, I guess we're gonna be sailing on this. It's kind of like Moana. I guess if a volcano erupted in Moana. I don't really remember that happening. Just think of it as, oh, someone just got eaten by a shark. Oh, random objects. Rocks are being flung. No, don't. No! Okay. Everyone who tried to escape did not make it. Oh. Oh my gosh. That is cruel, that is dark. Well, this game was Pineapple on Pizza. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe to become a super subscriber. Share this video with anyone you think may enjoy it. And I'll never see you, but I hope you'll see me in the next video. Goodbye.